Hey good people, how y'all doing? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be giving you all my review on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and all I can say is ooh chow. This was like an emotional roller coaster for me. We had crying, we had tantrums, we had Kathy Hilton cursing. What in the world is going on? So here is my review. Let's go. So the episode opens up with Lisa and Kyle at Kyle's house, and they are discussing everything that transpired with Erika the night before. Kyle says she's tortured and can't get over yesterday. I don't understand what the heck this woman is tortured about. Kyle, you didn't agree with Erika. I know that's a sin for you guys in this group, but it's okay to have a disagreement with someone. You're going to be okay. I think you saying that you're being tortured or you feel tortured is a bit much. So Ren like, well, how did it get there? As if she's oblivious to the whole thing. Like, girl, you rode home with Erika. She didn't tell you how everything went down. So Kyle said, her whole comments about the alleged victims and whatnot. And Ren was like, well, there definitely are victims. So finally, someone who's really close to Erika is saying, yes, there are victims. And there's nothing wrong with saying that because allegedly, I don't want no problems, but allegedly, that's what it is. So Ren like, no one could reach her last night. She was just above and beyond. So Lisa does say to Kyle that she did speak to Erika and kind of gave her 2 cents on everything that had transpired. And Kyle's like, well, was she mad at you? For me, I just feel like Kyle only cares about how Erika feels about her, not so much about even what she was saying. Who cares whom Erika is mad at? If you are speaking your truth and that's 100% what it is, you should not be concerned about this woman being upset with you. I'm sorry. So they do show a flashback, and basically Lisa Rinna is letting her know you can acknowledge that this is a bad situation for the victims. That's pretty much in a nutshell what she told Erika in the car. And Erika's going to sit up there and say, well, I said that I felt bad and showed compassion for them 9 months ago. Girl, what? Okay, 9 months ago, if that is correct, you did go ahead and show compassion if that's what you want us to believe. But right here, right now, in the present, we see none of that. And that is what these women are talking about. Show a little compassion. For me, honestly, I think Erika should just have nothing to say, period. It's an ongoing legal situation, and I cannot comment on it. Remember last year, she said not a mumbling word about everything that was going on, and said she can't because it's an ongoing investigation. So I've always wondered, like, what's the difference between last year and this year? If you kept your mouth shut last year, you should continue to keep your mouth shut this year because the case is still happening. Hello? Over at the guest house, Garcelle, Crystal, Sutton, and Cherie are sitting around, and of course they're talking about the same thing. So Garcelle feels like what Kyle was saying to Erika the night before was trying to help her by telling her, no, you do care about the victims. But Erika wasn't trying to hear any of that. Crystal describes Erika's behavior as erratic. And of course, they're going to run the clip and show us how Erika was acting, in my opinion, just a plum fool. A drunken plum fool. So apparently, Erika, Dorit, and Diana are now staying together. And Erika and Dorit are having a conversation. And Erika is saying, I'm not going to back down. There are so many things that are being said about me that are gross, and I'm going to fight like a lion because it's not true. Dorit says to Erika, well, Kyle just wanted to hear some compassion coming from you. And Erika says, well, you aren't me. You can legally do things that I cannot. To me, you've already said enough. So you can't go back and say, well, legally, I can't say X, Y, and Z. So are you telling me that your lawyer is okay with the things that you are saying presently? Because I would think not. So she goes on to say that she's not apologizing for Ish. Are we supposed to forgive and forget? She says, no, I'm not. She says, are we supposed, she says, once it's all basically, so she says, once it's, I'm paraphrasing, but she says, once it's all said and done and she's exonerated pretty much, are we supposed to forgive and forget? No, I'm going to remember. And that's similar to what she said before with the whole Sutton questioning everything. So we've heard this song before from you. So now they're showing us, so now Kathy, Rinna, and Kyle are going for a walk. Of course, Kyle has her dog Storm, and Kathy is wearing what I can only describe as snow boot heels, I guess. They're more like fashion shoes, and she's trying to maneuver in the snow, and it's just not working out for her. So the ladies, with the exception of Diana Diana, Dorit, and Erika are all going out to have some coffee. Kyle lets the group know that she's heard that Erika packed up her bags and left the night before. And I just feel like, Kyle, please, you're mad because Erika is mad at you. Stop it. Like this whole, oh, I'm so concerned. Where was that concern all these other times? I mean, it took you, what, 17 episodes just to show some concern for these victims? Because in every other episode, she's completely fine with Erika and everything that Erika is saying and everything that Erika is doing. And I also want to point out, and I'm going to continue to point this out, that was not the first time that Erika said these alleged victims or these supposed victims or whatever. She has said this before in Kyle's presence. So I'm not understanding why Kyle is now trying to show some compassion for these people. Was Diana Jenkins in a clothing store? Did y'all see this? She and Dorit shopping? I almost fell out of my seat. I said, I guess there's no dust in Aspen, Colorado. Ain't that something? I mean, Diana is just, girl, you are such a liar. I can't with her. I really, truly cannot. Moving along, let's just continue on. Back at the coffee shop, and I'm like, hold up, where is Cherie? I have not seen Cherie yet. Nobody has made mention of her. What is going on with her? Kyle starts to talk to the ladies about this hat store that she has planned for months and months, that she wants all the women to go to and that she's super excited about. She says in her confessional that she's hoping that all the women can come and kind of just enjoy themselves, basically. Kyle, Erika's not going to come. Okay? It's like, it's not gonna happen. I think you're a little delusional and you need to have a reality check. Homegirl is not coming. Back over there with Dorit in the gang, Dorit asks Erika if she's going to the hat store. And of course, Erika is like, no. She doesn't want to be around anybody that hasn't shown her kindness, I guess, regarding this whole situation. Dorit says in her confessional it would be much more easier if Erika expressed some sympathy, but she says whatever Erika does or whatever she says, it's going to be scrutinized. So I guess what she's saying is, what is the point? I'm not understanding this whole, what I would say is a 360 that Dorit is doing, because if you remember last year, she was 100% with Sutton as it related to everything that was going on with Erika. And not to mention, every time a story comes out about Erika or someone makes mention about what they read about Erika, Dorit already is like filling in the blanks. So it's clear that she is closely following this case. And I'm sure, I could almost bet money on it that her opinion aligns with the opinions of people like Garcelle and Sutton. But because you know how these women are, she likes to kiss Erika's butt, she ain't saying nothing. Diana gives Erika a hypothetical and she's like, say you never married Tom and say you were just reading an article and you heard about what happened. Wouldn't you have compassion for these people? Wouldn't you feel terrible? Erika says justice needs to be served when it's gone through, and she can't even finish the rest of her sentence because at this point she's not even buying her own BS. Girl, you know 100% that if you read an article or if this was anybody else in the group, friend or foe, you would feel a certain type of way for these victims. So just because it's you going through the situation, you have no sympathy for them? Diana says in her confessional that you can't say, I don't care for the victims. And I truly hope that she, meaning Erika, doesn't mean what she's saying. Yes, she 100% does mean what she's saying, Diana. I mean, how many times do you have to hear her say the same thing to know what she's saying? There's a famous quote by Maya Angelou, and the quote is, when someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. So Erika is celebrating and says that the case that she has in Chicago was dismissed. And for her, she doesn't know what tomorrow holds, but today is a good day. Over at the coffee shop, they too are talking about her dismissal from the Chicago case. And Crystal reminds everyone, listen, this is still an ongoing lawsuit. Just because it was dismissed in Illinois, they are retrying the case in California. So this is not over. Sutton lets the women know this was the particular case that they had asked her to be a third-party witness in, which is crazy. Kyle says she wants to talk to Erika one-on-one about everything that happened. All I can say to you is good luck, Kyle. You're just trying to hold on to this friendship. That's my belief. And there's nothing that you can say or do that's going to change change my minds. So we see Garcelle, Lisa Rinna, and Kathy Hilton walking past the store that Erika and the rest of the girls are in. And the store clerk is like, the door is locked. Should I open up the door? Because at this point, Kathy is at the door. And they're like, no, keep it locked. I thought that was crazy to me. And it wasn't even like Kathy and them realized Erika was in the store. They were just passing by the store and I guess saw something that interests them. Now we're at the hat store and Cherie has finally made her appearance. Hey Cherie, how you doing? Kathy says that her tequila is there and Rinna says in her confessional that Kathy must have put the tequila there herself. So the producers start to show all of these scenes where Kathy is making mention of her tequila. And I don't know why they keep playing Kathy with this tequila. Listen, this is a product that she is a part of. She is on this huge platform. Why would she not market this drink? I don't see what the big deal is. So instead of Lisa Rinna being a supportive friend, after hearing Kathy say that her tequila is in this spot, she's going to sit there and say, can I have just a little shot of the Kendall Jenner's tequila? She's one of my close friends or she's one of my friends. First of all, I think Lisa's in her 60s. If I'm not mistaken, Kendall Jenner is in her early 20s. That's like a 40-year age difference. How is this young girl your friend? That's number one. Number two, Kathy Hilton just said to you her tequila is there. The night before, she asked everybody to taste her tequila, and none of you have tasted it. Now, this would be the opportune time for you to taste it, and you're going to sit there and order somebody else's? That is shady as hell. For me, she went out of her way to be shady. She made mention that it was there. The right thing for you to do is maybe take a shot of Kathy's and take a shot of Kendall's. I just thought that was just totally uncalled for. So of course this pisses Kathy off and she is like, I gotta go. I can't deal with this. I need to go. She can't believe that Kyle is not intervening and saying anything. And at first I'm like, well, what do you want Kyle to say or do? Right? But then I'm like, you know what, Kyle, you had an opportunity the night before to help her promote her tequila and you chose not to. So this is now 2 days in a row that your sister you see is trying to promote something and you don't have her back. So I kind of can understand where Kathy is coming from. Kyle says in her confessional that when Kathy is mad, she can't turn it around. Kyle then goes on to say in her confessional that Kathy is very difficult and, I guess she can't handle her. So maybe that's why she didn't run after her. So the ladies are basically drinking and trying on these hats. And all it took was a little liquor, and now Kyle seems to be okay. Erika, Diana, and Dorit are walking around, and Erika wanted Diana to go buy something in the store so that she can live vicariously through her. So Diana pretty much just kept it moving, like, girl, no. Erika makes mention of these infamous earrings, and she's actually got these earrings on. She says in her confessional, this is Erika, until the day they come and take her earrings, she will wear them. She's had them for the last 15 years. They belong to her. When Dorit says in her confessional, it takes a special type of person to wear this item, knowing the history of it. And I totally agree. Girl, this is the wrong move. Where is Erika's PR team? Where's her management? Who is that guy that she always has around? Where is he at? Girl, this is not helping you. And I just feel like it's just a continual smack in the face. One of the things that you really don't hear about in the news is like how these victims feel when they're watching or they're hearing about her behavior on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Like, I would be outraged. So Erika and Dorit are thanking Diana for providing them with what they call a safe house. Diana says that they needed a safe space to be. What? It wasn't safe at Kyle's house, Erika. You had Rinna right there. Dorit, like, I don't understand. I just don't. So back at Kyle's hat event, at this point, they're burning Sutton's hat. And she's like, oh my God, I've never burned $500 before. Dorit decides to call Kyle to let her know that she's not coming. Kyle is upset with Dorit because she feels like Dorit is choosing Erika over her and they're really good friends and she just can't understand. Kyle says to Dorit, well, if you don't come, I'm letting you know right now I'm really going to be hurt. Dorit is trying to plead her case and Kyle just hangs up the phone. She's done. Rinna offers to go over and smooth things over with the other ladies so that everybody can come together and have a good time. She says in her confessional, Kyle has planned this trip for months and months and she just wants peace pretty much. much. To me, they're all butt kissers. I think Rinna just couldn't wait for the opportunity to leave Kyle's group and go on over there with Diana and the rest of them. So she's outside literally walking store by store trying to see where Erika and the rest of them are. Dorit is saying to Diana and Erika that she's going to be bearing the brunt of these women's anger if she were to go to the hat spot. She doesn't want to go at this point. Erika spots Rinna, so she has Dorit go outside and get her. Lisa comes in like she's somebody's savior. I just didn't understand that. The first thing that her and Erika says, oh, I love you, and this, that, and the third, and Erika lets her know that the Chicago case has been dropped. Okay, girl, are we going to hear this for the rest of the episode? I'm not going to sit here and downplay it. It's a good thing that that case was dismissed, but if it's still going to be ongoing in California, your little celebration is a bit premature. Lisa tells them that Kyle is really upset and that all of the women should just get together and say whatever needs to be said. So they agree to go ahead and do that later on that night. We're back at Kyle's house and Rinna and Kyle are in the kitchen talking. Kyle wants to know what the conversation was when Rinna went over to Erika and her crew. And Rinna was like, well, they had pizza and Erika said she just didn't want to go. So Kyle's getting all upset and she's like, well, I show up to everything for everyone. And so does Kathy. Okay, Kyle? Kathy has showed up for everybody too. Yet y'all heifers the night before didn't want to drink her tequila. So I don't feel no ways bad that Erika didn't want to go and sit up there and have to spend $500 on a stupid hat. I just don't. I'm sorry. Kyle tells Rinna that Erika was an a-hole the night before. Kathy says, oh, well, it doesn't feel good when people do certain things like that to you. Rinna is basically saying, listen, this conversation should be had with Erika. Now we see Kathy is pretty much okay with Kyle because the way Kyle was talking, I thought it was going to be like this dragged out issue that the two of them were having, but Kyle says she's okay and Kyle is happy about it. Now we're back over at the guest house and guys, I'm one of these ladies and Kyle ever invited me back to Aspen and there was a whole bunch of us going. Put me in the guest house any day, girl. I'm here for it. That guest house is absolutely stunning. That beautiful long couch they were sitting on was everything. Oh my God, I love the guest house. But I'm looking at our girl Garcelle. Garcelle, what in the world are you wearing? Do y'all see this outfit, the shoes? Girl, no. Go back and change, please. Garcelle's getting upset with Sutton because Sutton is taking forever to get ready. Sutton has been looking real cute on this vacation. I really like how she's been putting herself together. Back at Kyle's house, she's still kind of having a mini meltdown. We hear her somewhere crying as Dorit is coming into the house. So here goes the dramatics between these two. Dorit is like, it's breaking my heart that you're so upset. And Kyle's like, well, why weren't you there for me? And this, that, and the third. And Dorit is trying to plead her case. And Kyle's like, F off, I don't care. I died laughing. I died laughing when Kyle responded that way. You got me on an emotional roller coaster right now. What is going on? Are we going through menopause because we are having these highs and then we're having these lows? What's going on? I thought she was fine when she talked to Lisa Rinna in the kitchen. And previous to that, I thought she was fine when they were doing the hats and everybody was drinking. But now she is on her soapbox again and I just can't keep up. Lisa Rinna hears all the commotion between Kyle and Dorit. So she comes in and tries to calm things down. She can't get these two together, so Mauricio finally comes and he's like, I heard everything that the two of you were saying in the other room, and he says his little thing and he's able to kind of calm them down. On the way to this dinner that they're having, we find out that Cherie is constipated. So I'm like, okay, maybe that's the reason why she wasn't there earlier. Girlfriend is trying to go to the bathroom. Apparently she has not had a bowel movement since she's been there. Everyone arrives to dinner. They're waiting on Kyle. She had to get herself together from her whole little fallout with Dorit. When she does arrive, she tells the group about the conversation that she and Dorit were having about Erika, making mention of the fact that Dorit said Erika was broken. Garcelle can't believe it, and neither can I. If they had not showed that scene with the way Erika was looking on the bed with Dorit and those tissues in between the two of them, I definitely would not have believed Dorit saying that Erika was broken. Dorit also fills the group in on everything that Erika was talking about, and of course, it's always awkward when the person that you're talking about arrives as you're talking about them. Dorit rushes Erika over to the bar. Kyle has to turn to Garcelle and ask Garcelle to talk to her because her anxiety is so high that Erika was there, and she don't know if she should say hello or whatever. She then eventually decides to get up and go over there and speak to Erika. She asks for Dorit to let them be so that the two of them can have a conversation together. The whole gist of their conversation is Kyle just wanted Erika to show some compassion. Erika said she can't do certain things. Some of these people in this group want something from her that she can't give them right now. Kyle says, well, you know what? No lawyer is going to tell you that you can't show empathy for these victims. 100% correct, Kyle. I mean, what harm will it do? Do you guys really believe that Erika believes that if she shows empathy for the victims, that is her saying she's guilty? Because that seems to be her belief, and I'm not gonna sit up here and say that I can't understand where she's coming from, because I can. But girl, maybe just then say nothing. That would probably be your best bet. Say nothing. Less is more. So pretty much Erika is saying, she inherited all these issues that Girardi and Keys have caused, and she and Kyle just hug it out and they get over it. Garcelle says in her confessional, you know what? This is crazy. Erika and Kyle can have a 2-minute conversation and be good, but Erika will have a grudge with Sutton for years. It's a double standard. 100% agree, girl. This little pact that Erika, Kyle, Rinna, and Dorit have together is basically bulletproof, okay? You are not infiltrating that pact. You are not breaking them people up. They're together forever. Crystal and Dorit get to talking, and they're talking about this article with Erika and the money, of course. And Crystal's like, I just want her to show some compassion. Dorit is trying to defend Erika. Dorit says to Crystal, I don't know all the info about everything, and neither do you. Crystal says, you know what? I live with a moral compass, and I would hope that the people around me would live with one as well. So that was like a little dig at Dorit. And I mean, what could Dorit say to that? Nothing. So while they're talking, they see that Erika, Kyle, and Rinna are making light of the whole thing that happened the night before, and it just seems like that is a really quick turnaround, as Garcelle mentioned in her confessional, because dag, this thing just happened the night before and y'all are already making fun of the situation. That's crazy. Crystal says this was somebody else, they wouldn't be behaving like this. Sutton says to Crystal, at some point we're all going to have to sit down and have a conversation about it. Crystal confronts Erika, and I mean, there was no tears in her eyes, there was no hesitation. She was like, why do you talk down to me? Why did you call me an a-hole and not Garcelle? And we basically are both saying the same thing. Erika's like, I have been nothing but nice to you. I've consoled you before, yada, yada, yada. Rinna, of course, has to interject and say to Crystal, why did Crystal go after Erika last night? Crystal says that she wanted Erika basically to show some compassion. So after all of this is done, Kyle's like, you know what? I want to go to another bar. So we see that she's feeling just fine. That little pep talk that Mauricio gave her did her well. So we see that it's Kyle, Erika, and Kathy in the car together. And I guess this bar that they're going to has a strict dress code. They start talking about other people who have been there and the people pretty much sending them home. Kathy has on what looks to be some cargo pants, so I guess they're saying, we hope that you can get in, but we don't really know. So hours later, we see a text message that Lisa Rinna sends to somebody saying that Kathy had a complete meltdown. She was screaming and throwing things and crying. Lisa says that she is locked in her room. She goes on in another text to say that she, Lisa Rinna, is speechless about the hatred that Kathy has shown towards her sister. I guess Kathy was saying something really nasty about Kyle. Then we see a message from Kathy to Lisa that says, silence is golden, I'm staying silent. This is the root of the issues between Lisa Rinna and Kathy. Lisa saying in her confessional, the world has one impression of Kathy Hilton, but there's a whole nother side of her that we don't know. That could be said about anybody. You're not really saying much of anything that we don't already know. That pretty much ends the episode. I hope that you guys enjoyed this review. Let me know what you think. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Until next time.